This episode covers the chapters from 69 to 72, which I think is the perfect amount for an episode. We see the monstrous power that Tao En possesses in the beginning of the episode, where he annihilates Ren. In the episode and in the manga, Tao En talks about doubt and hesitation, which is the reason why both June and Ren lost to Tao En. This is important because the strongest attribute to a shaman can have is their mind. If their mind is not fully focused, then what chance does a shaman actually have? Tao En also talks about how family is also the most important factor in Ren and June's lives. In his own twisted way, he is training them, but all the stuff that he is doing, is it really that bad? I mean, don't get me wrong, what he did to Pyron and probably countless other innocent people that he has destroyed in order for him to use their corpse as a weapon. So there is an evil there, I'm not saying that there isn't, but all what he is doing is solely for his family. He believes what he is doing is justifiable because he's in the belief that he's helping his family, when in reality, he's hindering June and Ren's true potentials as shamans. All he wants is his family to be respected again, and for his son Ren to be the Shaman King. Is that really that bad? Every character participating in the tournament has the aspiration of becoming the Shaman King, so he shares the same dream with many people. The question I want to ask you guys, and I know a lot of you have read the manga as well, is Tao En a villain in this series? I will be releasing a video on Tao En discussing this very topic, so stay tuned for that video. But please, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Tao En. The episode was packed, so much was happening, but it didn't feel overwhelming. You had the beginning with Ren getting beaten up, Son informing Yoh and his friends and telling Ren's story, Yoh and his mates arriving at the Tower family home, Yoh saves Ren and June whilst Ryu and Horohoro are fighting against the 5 cursed squad. That's a lot of stuff happening, but I felt it was done well and so naturally as well. For instance, chapter 71 is the chapter where Horohoro and Ryu showcase their new abilities, whilst Yoh finds Ren and June in the prison and helps them escape. If you actually read that chapter, you can easily blitz through it in 5 minutes. It's all action and a very short chapter, which is why sometimes having multiple chapters condensed into one episode is not necessarily a bad thing, as some of the chapters themselves, such as the chapter I just mentioned now, are a really fast read. I love Horohoro's Nipopo punch, and I love that line, "Which one of you wants frostbite?" Horohoro is a lot more badass in the 2021 anime over the original anime. In the original anime, in my opinion, he was easily the funniest character on the show, but sometimes being the Joker may lead to your favorite character not being taken seriously, which is what happened in the original anime. The original anime had the opportunity to do something crazy with Horohoro, especially when they went in a different direction, story-wise, compared to the manga. But more often than not, he was the Joker of the group. Here, he still has that funny guy charm, but as this episode demonstrates, he can be an absolute beast. He outspeeded the Jiangshi with the cheetah legs whilst carrying the whole team, then he beats him with the Nipopo punch. Power scale wise and just his shamanic ability, I feel Horohoro is severely underrated. He's got the speed, he's got the oversoul control, his guardian ghost is also a special high level ghost because she's not a human, and his power is an elemental power, which will be a massive plot point later on towards the end game of the show. He deserves more praise than he gets, and I feel this episode really made him shine. Even Ryu got his moment to shine, slicing one of the cursed 5 Jiangshi. I think because we see Yoh and Ren, who have had sufficient amount of screen time, you forget sometimes that both Ryu and Horohoro are there. There's not much difference in terms of power between our 4 heroes, but because Yoh is the main character and Ren is basically the friendly rival to Yoh, the certified number 2, Horohoro and Ryu can sometimes be forgotten on how strong they truly are. And speaking of Ren, we see more depth to his character. Ren is a guy that prefers to keep to himself, as we saw a few episodes ago when he wanted to chill by himself in the broken down restaurant, but he ended up finding Ryu and his mates there, so as a result, he beats the shit out of them. But as you can see on screen, the writers of the show and the mangaka, because the anime is being very accurate to the source material, we never saw Ren on screen let his guard down. He always has been a guy where he would say something, but it's mainly to shout at the viewer what his dreams and goals are, which is to be Shaman King and to kill everyone. He's shown to us as ruthless, But in this episode, when he says things will all work out, you know Ren is starting to lose that cruel nature that was built in by his father. Ren just doesn't want to beat his dad just for the sake of beating him out of hatred, which he himself said in this episode. It's a lot more deeper than that. He wants to defeat his old self by beating his dad. Tao En represents everything that Ren now hates about himself. The hatred of humans, the secluded life of never having any friends, the constant anger at the world for what happened to his family in the past. Everything. He is trying to let it all go, but he feels he can never truly be free if he doesn't beat Tao En. That is why Ren is going back up there to beat Tao En, even though logically it doesn't make any sense because Tao En is so much stronger than all of them. But that's how strong his belief is into freeing himself, into beating Tao En. En gave the lecture to Ren at the beginning of the episode that Ren is full of doubt, which is making him weak. But by the end of the episode, there is no more doubt. He is coming for En with everything. That's why having these 4 specific chapters in one episode was perfect, because Ren had doubt in the beginning, which Tao En sensed and is the reason why he lost. But by the end of the episode, that doubt is no more. Love this episode. Can't wait for the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please comment down below what you thought of this episode. Join us on our journey to 1,000 subs. We'll be releasing the Tao En video and plenty more videos very soon. So subscribe and click that notification bell. I'm Shady, the tribal chief of the Shaman tribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.